So as I said, this is going to be interactive. I would want you guys to voice what your thoughts are. I'm sure some of you, I met a couple of you guys on lunch in the morning, and you know the power of e-commerce. You are also trying to put on some e-commerce on your site. I think it's a fabulous way to reach customers. It's a big technology enabler. The advantages are galore. What are your concerns? What do you feel about it? क्या आपको लगता है? I would really love to hear some inputs. Sure. So marketing costs. So as you see in the questionnaire with you also, there is one area which talks about digital marketing spend and co-marketing. When I say co-marketing, the LinkedIn's and the Google AdWords and all the various mannerisms, because we have the customer segment for that area available. So we are a neutral platform. For us, we will be able to run marketing campaigns on your behalf so that those leads will come to you directly and you get a first priority in terms of the response for those leads. So when I say less than 1%, you can allocate certain budgets. Okay, the advantage is unlike spending in a trade fair, or I mentioned Electrama, nothing against Electrama though, please. Switch is also coming. I met one of the Vadodara dealers also talking about the new thing. But most of these platforms are good awareness things. Where do I actually see? I put in ₹1 का investment, उसके सामने मेरे को business कितना है, धंधा कितना आया है, right? This is a beautiful way where you can get that ROI done. So what I mean by co-marketing is that you give whatever. Suppose you decide that okay, we got to put 25,000 per month. 25,000, we put it. We have a team of experts, digital marketing experts, who will run campaigns for your products. You can also allocate that. Okay, you know what? Out of these 10 SKUs, 10 items, I've got good stocks lying with me. I would like to liquidate these items. So you give that information. We run a campaign for that geo so that those leads coming for those products or for those brands will come to you. So that's what we mean by doing that. In that success story, they are channel partners for the Siemens PLCs, and that's where he put in money for that, and he got a fantastic success. Good point. Any other things which you saw? Do you think this will work? Yes, we have a very large database. However, the advantage is that there is one part which is a database, the other is also a transacting customer profile. Because of complementary products in nature across various brands, we understand and we have algorithms to actually figure out, as I mentioned to your simple example, a cable being bought. So he will definitely should have a switchgear requirement also. So when we run those, we will have that more targeted to that kind of things. When I also mean about that is the fragmentation and the segmentization also. So certain products will go well in building segments. You understand that in terms of application. Certain products go well in industrial segments. In probably for price conscious customers, it will go to panel builders or whatever. So we can actually run it for that specific point. So as I said, since we've been in this business, we understand the business pretty well, and it's accumulated over a period of time, but they're from authentic sources because we understand the business pretty well. So it could be databases from the IDCs of the world, the industrial parks of the world for the industrial customers there. It could be from the associations of the world, which is the electrical contractors and all. And so it's been built up over the period of time. Yes, as I said, we have these schemes where we open line of credit to customers, and what we can also do is that we can open up line of credits with Capital Float and other partners. We've got Vistara, we've got a couple of NBFCs, Bajaj Finance book launch for you guys also. So if you also require for your customers, and if you have non-availability of that material, we can probably look at opening credit to you also. But it is a case-to-case basis. It's a very smooth again online process where the request is given and the line of credit is opened. Sorry. Yeah, so there are normal. So the target customers for these NBFCs is SMEs, because this is a non-collateral product. This is a non-recourse product. We take some part of the hit in terms of defaults, but having said that, it's the target customer is exactly our customer. मोटी भाषा में अगर आप पूछ रहे हो वो पैनल बिल्डर मुझे पैसा नहीं देता था, मैं उसको क्रेडिट दे सकते हो क्या, अगर मैं वर्स्ट केस सिनेरियो पकड़ लूं? तो the answer is yes and no both. This is the customer profile which these guys also are going to authenticate, so they will take on the CIBIL scores and do their due diligence and then accordingly do it. So if he is a customer which passes those tests, yes, but you will be notified immediately on that. No, I was coming to the tax. So there the tax are 3 days. Unless it's some cases we are able to do it even the same day also.
I feel a customer should come to maybe a third space. Why would he not go to an official channel which already the company has been representing for long? What USP or what value addition do you really seem to do? Because see, I'll share my experience. When you say that we would be acting as your back end, I see a lot of attributes we need to discuss. A lot of time and man hours go into it, but the result doesn't come. It's not about investing only 1% of the cost. It's about investing time, which of course there is no way we can actually talk in terms of money, because of course time is money. So this is one area which we are really concerned, because it's not only about 1%. I'm sure all of us would be very happy to do that. But once it actually really comes down to the MOQs, to the attributes, into so many various things, because here we are selling specialized equipments. We are not selling commodities here. So then that is one area. How do you address that? Because if we have to do it, then of course.
Yeah. So point well taken, and I think that's where the differentiator is. You mentioned Telex, so you talked about other platforms also. They are more horizontal players. They do not understand the kind of intricacies an electrical product has. It is not so simple in terms of understanding. That's the reason why we also have in-house experts to take care of a layer of information flow which can be answered on. So 2 points to your one question was the kind of effort which you have to put in vis-a-vis the returns. I think as a first mover, we'll have to look and explore that. It is true. You cannot, I cannot give you any assurances saying that you will definitely for 20 minutes put on every day, you will be assured of X amount of business. I am in no position to give those claims. Having said that, because we are a specialized vertical e-commerce and we understand the industry well, and we are able to give him the entire package of goods across pan-India and aggregating the entire virtual inventories of so many people, this is a big value proposition to the customer. So if we are together in this, it really makes a lot of value for the customer vis-a-vis normal platforms. So,
and would you be working on some MOQs as well? Because we also have an issue regarding when you say 25 kg per 20 kg.
Yeah.
We have to work on some MOQs because it will be very difficult if we don't follow those.
Yeah. So I think category wise we can have more detailed discussions on that. That what are the product categories which should have an MOQ there and what should not have. I think that again will evolve. in terms of doing that. But generally, we've seen that shipping cost does not really affect in our business unless you're going B2C. So it's not going to be only one MCP, one MCP rather than that. Right? We are looking at good industrial customer requirements coming in. So
there would be no minimum order value or anything like that? Or it would be
currently, we are not trying to put any obstacle in terms of the buying thing. If it turns unviable because of these costs, then we'll have to look at it from a seller perspective that okay, if the item itself was 100 rupees and if there's going to be 25 rupees, how can I do it if I'm already giving that discount? I understand it totally. So certain categories we can look at where the values should justify that cost.
Thanks.
That's a fair point.
What is your transaction model? As in, you said I have to quote something.
Right.
If I quote
Is of 100 rupees and I quote a 45% discount, the price is 55.
Right.
So this is the same price which goes to the customer?
No, yeah, then obviously that's where I'm earning and where do I make money from? Bang on, right? So again, this is again an exploratory phase. We started with an 8% margin in terms of 8% at this
So
point of time.
that is the cost which I have to bear. So if I say I am giving a 45% discount, so that comes down to 53 to me.
Yeah, you can take it that way, or the other way around that when whatever price you give is added with 8% and given to the customer. So if the customer accepts that, fair enough. It's
No,
either way.
but if I am giving a 55 rupees price,
Right.
this is
The customer will see 55 plus 8%, which will be probably 60
So
rupees or whatever.
whatever price I give, I get the same money.
Yes,
So
except the
nothing
shipping
will
cost.
be-
There is no deduction which is made,
Okay.
unlike the other B2C game. Yes. Great. I think I'm out of time, and thanks a lot, guys. I'll be here to answer more questions, and thanks a lot again. Great questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rohit Khan, for joining us on